Hi everybody, my name is Jimmy McDonald. I'm the National Sales Manager for Golfzon America, and today we're here at Realm in Norwalk, Connecticut, one of our dealers here on the East Coast, and we're going to be giving you a tutorial and kind of a playthrough on how to use our Vision Premium Simulator. There's a couple key features that really make Golfzon one of the most exciting simulator brands in the world right now. Since our arrival here in the United States in 2017, we've been awarded the Golf Digest Editor's Choice Award for the best simulator in golf. The key features that really drive that for us are right here in the ground. We've got our multi-surface hitting mat, fairway, rough, and bunker hitting surfaces. The whole platform that I'm standing on is going to lift out of the ground and it'll tilt and shift to simulate the terrain, which is, it makes this the most fun simulator to play on. It's the most fully immersed experience you're gonna have, and it also turns this into a game improvement simulator as well. Now the best part about all these features are, it's protected by over 250 patents. So we've talked about features, we've talked about hardware features that really make this thing stand out, but where the rubber meets the road is you're gonna be playing golf on this thing. So how is the golfing experience? And it is a world-class experience. Simulators tend to break down inside 100 yards. When you start playing short game and putting shots, the closer to the green you get, the less it feels like golf. And Golfzon has made it a point to attack those areas and really build them up into what I believe is the most incredibly close to real life experience that you can get, with the ability to play shots of varying trajectory and varying spin. And then even once you get on the green, you can turn gimmies all the way off and you can putt everything out to an extremely high degree of accuracy. And I invite you to go look on YouTube and see if you can find videos of simulators showing you that feature. It's gonna be pretty tough to find. Okay, so what you're about to see is me playing golf on this simulator and trying not to embarrass myself. You're gonna see all the features that make Golfzon Golfzon and everything that makes this the best simulator in the world. So come on and join us, let's have some fun. So here we are, we're on the driving range. I'm about to get loosened up to play a little bit of golf, and the first thing I want to show you and address is the latency of the simulator. So what I mean by latency is the lag from the point of contact of club to ball to when you see simulation on the screen. Every simulator has a little bit of latency. If they say zero latency, that's not true. There just has to be a natural lag between contact and simulation. The good news is Golfzon has minimized that, and we've also patented it. So this is the lowest latency you're gonna see in golf simulation, and let me show you real quick. Went kind of straight, and also the ball flew almost immediately. You can slow the video down, you really got to look for it, but as soon as my club hit the ball, it seemed like the ball was moving. By the time my head got up to the screen, I saw ball flight, which is exactly what I expect in real life. So what's the first thing any golfer wants to know when they get on the driving range? What's my data? What kind of data am I getting from this simulator? How is it going to make me a better player? And Golfzon does that. You see on this side of the screen over here, you're going to have access to all sorts of ball data, your ball speed, launch angle, spin rate, azimuth, and the azimuth is your deviation from your target line. So was it left of your target or right of your target when it started? We're going to give you all sorts of great data. The data is as good as it gets in golf simulation because of our cameras. We're using high-speed camera sensors. There's no infrared, there's no Doppler, it's cameras, and they're watching the golf ball, only the golf ball and what it's doing after the point of impact. So we're able to acutely measure the dimples of the ball rotating and lifting off of the surface to give you as detailed and as intricate and as accurate data as you're gonna find. So what kind of balls are we using? What kind of clubs are we using? You use your clubs and your balls. There's no special markings, there's no stickers, there's no chips, nothing. You can come with your bag out of your trunk, throw down a couple golf balls, grab your clubs, and you're ready to go. Our cameras are, as I mentioned, looking at the dimples of the golf ball. And it doesn't matter what kind of golf ball it is, it's actually measuring the characteristics of the ball. So a driving range ball is going to perform a lot differently than one of your premium urethane covered golf balls. So if this is going in your home, you might want to use whatever clubs and balls that you play on the golf course and not keep an extra set laying around and driving range balls, because your data isn't going to be as accurate if you're not using the equipment that you use. This is to make you a better player, remember that. So you don't always want to just hit drivers and 4-irons all the time. Sometimes you want to work on your wedge game. That's what's gonna make you a better player, right? The short game. Hit the wedges, get them closer, make some putts. So we've got a short game range that we can go practice at. And this is a really good place to hone your skills, either from 30 yards to 120 yards. You can work on shots to a real green, a real target, with real bunkers, real hazards, and it's as close as you're gonna get to being on a real golf course. So check it out. Probably should have looked to see how far that one was first, so I'm gonna hit it again and I'm gonna try and ease up on it a little. Little closer, but you can see that the ball's moving, right? I'm playing little cuts in there. You can vary the trajectory. I can throw one way up in the air, I can keep it down low and try to bump and run it. So the cameras are gonna pick that up and you're gonna be able to see shots of varying trajectory. And when it hits the ground, it's gonna respond how you'd expect it to. So we've been working on shots of 50 yards, but what if I wanna get a little closer? I wanna work on shots closer to the green, try and get them closer to the hole. I can move us up to 30 yards by hitting this foot pedal right here. Just one quick click and we're in. Now we got a 30-yard shot and I can try and drive some low ones in there. So let's see how it works. Obviously, I need to spend some more time on the short game range, so let me try again and try to get it even closer. There we go. All right, I've got my warm-up session in, I've got my short game session in, I'm feeling pretty good, I guess, I don't know. I'm here at the first hole on Pebble Beach. We're gonna see what happens. It's a windy place, the greens are impossible, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to putt everything out. We got no gimmies, playing it in the jar, we're playing golf. Let's see how it goes. .230, great. So now we got an interesting lie here. I got the ball severely below my feet because I hit a great tee shot in the left rough. And now a couple things. The ball's gonna be below my feet, so I'm gonna have to compensate for that and adjust for that. And also I'm gonna have to play the ball from the rough mat. I'm not gonna play it from the fairway mat. We're gonna be using the longer grass. And you'll notice, if I put the ball on the fairway mat, this is a pretty standard thing to see on golf simulators. You'll notice that there is a 10% distance penalty. And that's how you get penalized on golf simulators when you hit the ball into the rough or into the sand. On our systems, it's a little bit different. You can play from the fairway, 10% distance penalty, but if I put the ball onto the rough, you'll notice that that goes away. And now whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna hit the ball, I'm gonna put hopefully a decent golf swing on it, and whatever data the cameras capture is what's gonna play out in front of me. So the hitting surface itself is what's gonna slow my club down and decrease the ball speed. Let's see. Oh, that's a tough shot. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that shot. So now I've got about a 30-foot putt. You'll notice that my swing plate has recessed back into the ground, so I'm putting off of a flat surface, always putting off of a flat surface. And to hit my putt, I'm gonna put the ball on the fairway mat, and the green is showing me which way the ball's gonna move. Those grid lines are telling me that it's gonna be pushed off to the right, so I've gotta either aim a little bit left or miss it on the low side. So let's see what happens. Get in. That never happens. That honestly never happens. All right, so now somehow I'm 1 under at Pebble Beach. I know that's going away soon, but let's see what happens on number 2. It's downwind, it's par 5, and I can't drive it out of my shadow, so let's see what happens. But when I hit the driver, it's sitting on a rubber tee here. Now there's an automatic tee up system. So every time I hit a ball, a new ball is automatically gonna be teed up and just sitting there waiting for me. And the cool thing is, that's my preferred tee height. So it's different for everybody. You might like your tee a little bit higher than I like it. And my tee is always gonna be at the perfect height for me, and yours will always be at the perfect height for you. Just made a hard hole even harder. Okay, so again, now I just showed that I might have this shot in the bag, but the ball's below my feet. I got a long approach shot here. I'm just gonna try and carry it over the hazard. So I gotta hit this 200 yards, I got a 4-iron, and I'm gonna play it from the rough. Now I'm sitting on a little bit of an uphill lie. Again, I'm playing out of the rough. I'm having a hard time keeping it in play here. But 60 some odd yards, what is it? 60, almost 68 yards. And this is where Golfzon gets good because I can play any shot I want here. I can hit it low, I can hit it high, and the ball's gonna be read exactly how I would expect it to. I just gotta hit it how I wanna hit it. Good, bunker. So now I just hit it in the green side bunker, and we do have bunker mats on the ground. I'll explain really quick what the difference is here. The white bunker, the ball's gonna sit up a little bit more. It's gonna be kind of nestled up so I can pick it clean. So we refer to that as the fairway bunker surface. It's a little firmer. Now we come over here to the brown surface, and when I put the ball in there, it's gonna nestle down. Kind of like a greenside bunker. It's a little softer. You gotta work a little harder to use the bounce of your club and hit that shot, which is exactly what I'm gonna try and do here. So as we get closer to the green, more information becomes available to us while we're playing golf. I do have the green grid on the screen, and I talked about that already. That's what shows how the terrain is gonna move. I can also look in the upper right portion of the screen and find a heat map of the green, because you're not gonna be able to see the whole green grid. It's kind of like in real life. You know, you only see a few feet in front of you, and you might have to walk off a putt to get an idea of what the ground is doing closer to the hole. So that's why the green grid isn't long enough to cover the whole field of view in front of me here. What I need to use now is the heat map in the upper right portion of the green, where it's showing me the red is the highest point of elevation on the green, the blue would be the lowest. So I kind of get an idea of how I got to navigate those slopes, and hopefully I can pull it off. So in reading the putt, there's a few things that every golfer is going to look at. You're looking at the distance, you're looking at the slope. Is it uphill? Is it downhill? Is it moving right? Is it moving left? And all those things factor into how you're going to strike that golf shot. And then there's the point of execution, where you step in and you get aligned and you hit your shot. And you have to go through the same process here on Golfzon. So I have an idea of what this putt is going to do. I know that it's uphill. I know that it's moving left to right. But now how do I aim that shot? And it's very simple. I'm going to step into the golf ball, and I'm gonna either aim straight at the hole, which is kind of where I am now, but I can look at the screen and see that ball's gonna move right, so I don't wanna aim straight at the hole. I'm gonna actually change my body, and I'm gonna aim to the left, and I'm gonna hit this ball off center. I'm just gonna hit it left, and it's gonna go up that hill and hopefully break right into the cup. Come on. That was pretty close. That was pretty close, but this is good because now I get to show you guys what a short putt looks like. Because Golfzon, as I mentioned before, you can turn your gimmies all the way off. That means 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot putts, you gotta make them. So we're gonna do that right now. This is just under 3 feet. It's a little bit downhill, but you can kind of forget all that and just think, okay, firm in the back of the cup. It's 3 feet. Don't take it for granted, but don't spend too much time on it. Let's make this putt. There we go, easy bogey. So the auto tee up feature has been awesome because I haven't had to go shag any balls. I haven't had to go collect them. I haven't had to tee them up. It all happens on the ground. It's really easy to move the ball around with your club. You got to go from the fairway to the rough to the bunker. It's easy to do. There's no downtime. You're playing golf from the time you get on the system to the time you put out on the 18th hole. So no shagging balls, no teeing them up. Step up, hit it, play golf. So our cameras do a really good job of collecting all of the data that we can from the golf ball. And cameras do one thing, they collect data. They don't really account for things like wind speed, wind direction, and elevation. All of that happens in the software. That's what we build into the computer. And you can see on this hole, the third tee shot at Pebble Beach, it's severely downhill, so I know the ball's gonna travel a little farther. It's also downwind. So the cameras are gonna take whatever data they get from the ball, and it will then apply those external forces in the software. Go. That's a problem. So, I bit off a little more than I could chew there with my tee shot. I got a short approach shot. It's 110 yards. It's uphill, but I got trees in front of me, trees all around me. That's not where I want to be, but unfortunately I know this shot pretty well. So I'm gonna have to play something a little different. We're gonna have to mess with trajectory. We're gonna have to mess with spin, and Golfzon allows you to do that. It's not just gonna spit out some weird mid-trajectory shot when you're inside 120 yards. We're gonna give you the real deal. So I'm gonna try and flight this 8-iron down with a little bit of a fade on it. I'm saying that out loud. I don't know if I could do it, but let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. This is the best day of my life. This is awesome. Okay, so I'm inside 15 feet miraculously. I'm not a tour player. I'm like a 5 handicap. This is uncharacteristic. 12 feet from the hole, pretty level, not a lot of break to it. So this putt isn't even gonna make it to the screen. You'll see that. I have to hit this putt short of the screen because this is a 12-foot putt. I need the ball to go 12 feet and I need it to stop because that's where the hole is. So I'm imagining a hole on the ground in front of me that's about 12 feet away. And here we go. Let him in. Ah. I'll admit it, I did pull that, so there you have it. A little left of the hole, now I got this short little knee knocker I gotta make. You can putt these shorter ones that are under 2 feet. I've got the ball in the back of the mat now. That means I don't even want the ball to make it to the end of the mat. That's less than 2 feet. So watch this shot here. A little firm, but it's still right there on the platform. So now we're on the world famous 7th hole at Pebble Beach, which is that downhill par 3, really short, 110 yards, beautiful golf hole. And just take a look at it for a minute. We did a really nice job of mapping it, and we do this on every hole that we map on every course that we have, of which there are over 190. And the way we go about it, it's kind of 3 different layers. The first layer is we use public satellite data, just like everybody else. Every other simulator brand out there uses public satellite data. So do we. We're no exception. But we take it 2 steps farther. We actually go out and we do drone flyovers. And those drones are capturing all the topography, which we use to map for the hydraulic swing plate. So when that plate moves to 3 degrees uphill lie, you can guarantee that that is a 3-degree uphill lie at that golf course in that location. It is as true to life as you're gonna get. And the third layer we do is on-the-ground photography. So there is a human element to this where we send people to the golf course. They're taking HD photographs of rock formations, trees, and bushes. Just things that someone who maybe plays the course every day would notice, but the average golfer wouldn't. So we want to make sure that that experience is special for everyone who gets on the simulator, whether you're playing Pebble Beach for the first time or it's your 100th time. Good. Go. Okay, last putt of the day here. Let's try to make a good one. We got 18 feet. It's a little uphill. It's not breaking too much. So We're gonna hit an 18-foot putt. We're gonna try and make it in the hole. I'm okay with that. I got 4 feet left. Pretty straight putt, not a lot to it. This is another good putt to watch because it's gonna showcase these shorter putts and how good our cameras are at picking them up, so pay attention. Thank you guys so much for watching me stumble my way around the golf course today. Just to recap, a bunch of the things that you saw: our hydraulic swing plate that was moving around different terrain on the golf course, fairway, rough, bunker, hitting mats. Then you got the automatic tee-up system, the most fully immersed experience, and it was awesome being out there playing today. 250 patents protecting this thing, and also being the #1 premium simulator in golf. So you saw it with your own eyes today. That's Golfzon in a nutshell. But if you still have questions, and I'm sure you do, please visit our website. Thank you so much for joining us.